Hello, hello, everyone. I first want to start off with it looks like movie theaters are still relevant. We are talking Marvel slash Sony's Spider Man Brand New Day. As for this stream in particular, I'm going to try to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and avoiding spoilers as much as I can. I will probably do a spoiler review maybe on Wednesday or Thursday before I do my or complete Spider-Man rewatch in order to be able to somehow complete my ranking system for the wonderful Spider-Man franchise that we have. All shout out to Mr. Stan Lee. Um, I just want to say I'm not too sure what's going on with the written press and Tom Holland, but Variety Fair and I believe the New York Journal have already started their slander campaign. I don't know what Tom did. That boy is pretty much, from what I've seen, heard, and watched myself, he's as innocent as a little golden retriever puppy. So I'm not too sure what's going on in the press. Um, but reading comprehension is essential. He's not too old to play Spider-Man in Brand New Day. Brand New Day is set up where the kids are, I say kids because last time we saw them, they were kids. They're completely out of high school. They're in that transition period where it's going from after high school, college, and what happens after all of that. So, by all intents and purposes, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Tom Holland is playing a young adult male in Brand New Day. He's no longer playing a child. And he did state on the Odyssey press tour when he played, I'm going to slander that character's name, but everyone knows Tom Holland was in the Odyssey and that he's playing Matt Damon's son. That was essentially the last childlike role that he was going to be experimenting or playing in or portraying, however you want to put it. So I just want to start off there with the quote unquote hit pieces. I don't even know if you can call them hit pieces because I read most of them. They don't make sense to me. He's playing a grown man. Yes, he's a young adult. I don't get it. Side note, I have seen all of the Spider-Man films from Tobey to Andrew to Tom, and then extending into the animated Miles Morales films, and I can confidently say that Brand New Day is my favorite. I'm sorry. it it is my favorite. The acting and the emotion that we're getting not only from Tom Holland but Zendaya and Jacob, and then the introduction of Sadie Sink. It it hits. It just hits. Also, I do want to give a heads up because I have still noticed, also because I was able to see the film for my first showing due to a Amazon Prime advanced screening on Wednesday, so I saw it a little bit earlier than most people. If you have not seen it, and you are planning on waiting until discounted Tuesdays, discounted Wednesday, or possibly next weekend, if you are trying to avoid spoilers because you want to be 100% surprised, either try to avoid all social media, avoid all comment sections, or try to mute everything that is Spider-Man related, because as soon as I left my event showing on Wednesday and hopped online, there were spoilers. Literally the last scene of the film, shot by shot, online. It's a great scene, but yeah, if you are trying to avoid spoilers, I recommend getting to the theater as soon as possible. The Hulk is actually with Brand New Day. This is my favorite portrayal of the Hulk. I'm not 100% sure why Mark Ruffalo is not part or was not part of, excuse me, of the press. From what I've read, it seemed like he was busy filming another project. I also am not 100% sure of that because of how vocal he has been about this administration within the United States, as well as the conflict going on with Palestine. So I'm not too sure if that had any impact on the studios and or Mark choosing to opt out of having him as a part of this film's promotion. But I stand 10 toes behind Mark Ruffalo. I feel like he would have been a brilliant addition to this press tour, regardless of his political opinions and regardless of if people agree with him or not. I personally, I don't care. I agree with Mark, so maybe that's another reason why I don't care, but I don't care. He should have been able to be a part of the film's marketing. This is Curry. Say hello. Sorry about that interruption. Hi, pup. In regards to merch, from what I've seen across all of the theaters, the merch has been fantastic. If for whatever reason you are a baller on a budget like myself, if we're talking merch like t-shirts, anything like that, I would strongly recommend you to check out your local Walmart. I was able to get this t-shirt with the Spider-Man Brand New Day comic backing on the back at my local Walmart. I believe the shirt was $12.98, not including tax, but they do have a lot of different cute options for they're unisex, because I believe this is unisex or a men's, but the shirts that I've seen on Walmart are super cute. The popcorn buckets from all theaters, Regal, Cinemark, they've been fantastic. For my girlies who have Pandora bracelets, there are some cute Spider-Man Pandora charms that were already released. I've been keeping my eye out to see if they were doing a new collection or collab with Brand New Day, and unfortunately it looks like that's not going to come to fruition. So that is that. Sorry if you can hear the squeaking in the background. My dog decided to lay right here and play with his toys, so sorry about that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and discuss Spider-Man Brand New Day. The director was an excellent choice. Now, I say that as someone who I have love for the home series of films, but I can see why the change of director was important, because the last three films still had a kid-esque, high school-esque feel to them, and that's what they were supposed to have, because our main characters were teenagers, they're children. The way this portrays the weird time frame that young adults have from that high school to college transition, and then trying to figure out life, it's so well done. I'm 33, so my college days, I graduated college in 2023, so my college days aren't that far behind me. But I can say that the portrayal of that was done well. The action and the swinging. If you guys love Spider-Man like how I love Spider-Man, you've either played the games or you've watched other people play Spider-Man games here on Twitch, or on YouTube Gaming, TikTok Gaming, wherever you are watching and getting your gaming entertainment from. It feels like you are smack dab in the middle of a video game. Once those action scenes start, it's different. I don't like putting Andrew versus Toby versus Tom on anyone's forefronts, because everyone has their favorite Spider-Man, everyone has their favorite why their Spider-Man is their Spider-Man. But when it comes to the swinging and when it comes to the action, especially in the live action realm, Brand New Day takes that number one spot. It does. It simply does. The fact that they were able to be on site for these action scenes overseas, get streets closed down, paying whatever city they were in to get those streets closed down, and have Tom Holland swinging through the city, through the streets, on actual sets instead of the CGI, it pays off. And it pays off very well. The suit, I do love the suit. It does give me kudos to Andrew and Toby's suit, which everyone has probably already seen if you've paid close enough attention to the trailers that have been released. I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice so far. Like I said, I saw it once due to the Amazon Prime early advance screening event that they had on Wednesday. And then I saw it yesterday around, I believe it was 7:20 or 7:30 last night as well. So I wanted it refreshed in my mind when I came here and talked to you guys about it. Another part of the film that I really enjoyed was the portrayal of loneliness. Peter's going through it. He's going through it, you guys. Not only in his personal life, but he's having to worry about kick everybody's ass once he puts that suit on, and it's just, he's going through it, and it's wonderful, at least to me. It was wonderful to see a superhero going through something that's not so far away from real life, if that makes sense, in regards to having to stay away from someone that you're completely in love with just for their own betterment. So it was very nice to see. Another thing I want to mention about Tom Holland Spider-Man movies is I really love the emphasis they put on the bromance between Peter and Ned. And this round, it's just as important, if not. I know people love Peter and MJ's relationship, but Ned and Peter's relationship is super important as well. And by the end of the film, you'll know and you'll understand why. That Ned is just as important to Peter as MJ. He loves Ned just as much as he loves MJ. It's different. It's that platonic, it's that bromance, it's that I'll do anything for my dog type of love versus the romantic love that he shares with MJ. Sadie Sink. What can I say about Sadie Sink that will not spoil anything? Let me see. She's great. Her acting, she is fantastic in this role. I have no complaints about this role. She's pretty much known from Stranger Things. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I tried watching season 1 of Stranger Things. Couldn't get locked in with it. Circle back. Tried to watch season 2. Still couldn't lock in with it. And then I watched the last and final season just because I wanted to know how it ends. And I can tell you right now, I still don't remember how it ends or any of the main details when it comes to Stranger Things. I'm sorry. I gave it a shot. I did my best. I tried with that show. I can't get into Stranger Things. But no shade to anyone who loves Stranger Things. If you love Stranger Things and you loved Sadie Sink's character in Stranger Things, you'll be satisfied with her role. You will be very much satisfied with her role. I can say that in this portion of the Spider-Man Brand New Day. I feel bad because I'm trying to do separate conversations when we have non-spoiler versus spoiler. So I'll just say that for now when it comes to Miss Sadie Sink. I was very much pleased with her role, the way she portrayed the role. Her interactions with Peter Parker and Spider-Man were fantastic. There is one specific scene that comes to the front of my mind where every party involved in that rooftop scene killed it. And I mean down to the way it was shot, the sound being utilized in the background, the actors that are in, it's just, there is one specific standout scene to where when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what scene that I am talking about. Ooh, they killed it. They very much did kill it. And also another thing I want to say, movie theaters are still relevant. Because it looks like I already knew that Spider-Man was going to be on track to at least hit close to $1 billion. But as of a few minutes ago, it looks like it's at $927 million globally. And it does it represents the second biggest opening weekend of all time. I believe the Odyssey just crossed 800 million, and that movie came out last Thursday. So, what does that tell you? People may say that they have superhero fatigue. I don't think Spider-Man counts. Another thing that I've been noticing, just conversations with people in person and online, is the fatigue of having the same actors in the same projects. You're not really fatigued. You're not really fatigued. You may be irritated, but if you were fatigued about having John Bernthal, Zendaya, and Tom Holland in the same films back-to-back weekends, with The Odyssey last weekend and Spider-Man Brand New Day this weekend, you would not be spending your money, would you? If you were really fatigued of seeing the same actors over and over and over again, you would not be spending your money on seeing these movies. And with the conversations I've had with people in person, you're still spending that money. So I just wanted to make that. Yeah, I get it. I understand how people could be quote unquote fatigued, but let's make sure we're using the right word. You want to see new faces, which I understand. The problem with that is studios aren't greenlighting projects and leaving them on air for more than one season, in order for those new faces to be more well known so that they can be casted in these big Hollywood blockbusters. Certain streaming services only like to greenlight 6 to 8 episodes, and before episode 3 even drops, oh, you guys are canceled, you're not getting season 2. But that's a whole different conversation for a whole different stream. I can get buried into that for days. So, like I said, me, myself, as a film lover, me, myself, as a Spider-Man lover of all versions and adaptations of Spider-Man, all I can say is I enjoyed the film. I probably will go see it at least one more time while it's still in theaters. It does not have any IMAX 700mm screenings, unfortunately, because the Odyssey has those screens locked up. Side note about the Odyssey, if you would like to see that film in the 70mm IMAX format, I believe they did extend those showings until the middle of September. I also believe the next film that is scheduled for 70mm IMAX showing is Dune 3, which comes out the same day as Avengers Doomsday. So, Doomsday will have no IMAX 700mm screening, so we'll see how that goes. But that has been AI streamers, I'm not too sure what that says. But that has been my review and my opinion on Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.